Oi, check, 1, 2, 3. I like cars and I like driving fast. Right, so today we are reviewing a 2020 Toyota CHR. It is the fastest Toyota ever built, and we will show you why. This thing has a 2-liter 4-cylinder with, we believe, no turbo, making a whopping 144 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. Now, that is plenty enough to have fun, I promise. We don't know if it's enough to have fun. I say that a lot about like certain horsepower figures, but this actually might not be enough to have any fun. So today we're gonna see if we can find out if 144 horsepower is enough to have fun. But if you actually look at it, I mean, it's got a spoiler. It's pretty much got another spoiler here. So Ferrari doesn't have 2 spoilers, but this does. And then you also have these gaping hips right here. And then if you see these little dashes right here on the taillight, that gives you an immense amount of downforce. It's 100 pounds of downforce per little wing right there. That's some rear canards. Proper. That's some proper shit. I wonder what this would sound like with the muffler delete. Fucking badass. Yeah. I'm just as curious as you are. You know, that's not half bad. Yeah, that's good. That's not half bad. You know, it doesn't sound great. It just needs to be louder. But that's because I'm a douchebag. Yeah, that's good. We do have, sadly, some massive fake vents. I mean, this thing has more aero on it than a fighter jet, but none of it's usable. I don't know what Toyota was thinking with that one. But you give something with 144 horsepower with enough aero to compete in F1, but you can't actually get up to speed to use the aero, or you just block it with the plastic panel. So interesting design, looks really cool. Just can't use it for nothing, but that's all right. Right, now I kind of shat on the exterior. It looks really cool, but kind of for no reason. But the interior is actually really nice. I mean, the materials aren't crazy nice, but the design is really cool. Now, to start off with, I'm sure you can see this blue that wraps all the way around the dash. I think that's a really cool concept. And then you also have this dark blue here that is like a squishy leather, pleather material. It's probably not real leather. And then all on top of that, you got this shiny black that goes through the interior, which you've seen a lot of this on the German cars, like Mercedes used a lot of this. I don't know if they still use it now, but I think it looks really nice. It's a really reflective material. But the coolest part of the interior is this. Yeah, you hear that? That's crazy. I've never seen that in a car my entire life, like a real textured material. It's like a hard plastic. Like, it's not cloth or anything, or a fabric or carbon fiber. Like, it's weird.
A bunch of triangles and squares.
Literally, a bunch of triangles and squares. But it's weird in a cool way. And also, one of the cool things that they do is it's actually used in the back seat. Like, a lot of manufacturers will put something nice up front, but in the back they won't put something as nice. It'll usually be like something cheaper, something more plain. But the only thing they did cheap out on is not using the blue in the back, right? There's no blue in the back? No. Okay. And then obviously you have your screen up in the front. The screen's really nice. It's not it is indeed touchscreen. I thought it wasn't, but it is. So you can see a bunch of graphs and stuff, and this is where you can form like functions that you learn in math class. This is when you'd actually use them. But yeah, cool shit. I don't know what to do. Maybe, huh? And you can connect your phone and whatnot, and you got like Sirius and shit. But yeah, let's drive this, because I'm not sure how it's gonna drive. Hopefully better than what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting much. It does have a manual mode. Yeah. Pretty much a manual. Alright, first initial thing that I noticed before anything else is that thing is slow as shit. I floored it and heard a lot of noise, watched the RPMs jump, but we didn't really go anywhere. But It's because it has 144 horsepower. But once you get up to speed, how is it? Well, you can hit a downshift in the third, give her some throttle. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. It's got a lot of body roll. Not as much as my 2006 Chevy Tahoe, but it's definitely got some body roll in it. The gas feels nice. The brake is pretty fucking touchy. All right, some real cornering right here. It is front wheel drive, so you got power going through the front end. And the shifting is weird. Like usually on the shifts that you have down here, and once you can go plus and minus, usually minus is forward and plus is up, of what I've driven so far. And this is the opposite. Plus is forward and minus is towards you. So I was kind of fucking up when I was playing with that. But once you actually get the hang of it, it's not that bad. I will say, the steering wheel looks nice. And apart from its looks, it actually feels good. Which that's not what I was expecting in this car. So when you're at a standstill, like I just was at a stop sign per se, when I like turned to just initially go, it was super, super light. But when you actually get some speed in the tires, it gets heavier. And it's actually like decently touchy. It's quick to act, which I like. So there's not a lot of numbness off center, which for all the soccer moms that buy this, it's gonna be real important if you're gonna get your kids to practice quickly. After going through a few corners, the steering does feel nice. I do like the steering. The shifting isn't bad. I guess the bad part is it's a CVT. After going through a few corners, the steering does feel nice. I do like the steering. The shifting isn't bad. I guess the bad part is it's a CVT. But it feels kind of sketchy around corners. Like you get some like suspension hop. And it feels like over a certain speed, the car becomes unpredictable. Kind of feels that way. So I'm definitely not going to push this one in any sort of manner because I'm afraid I would lose control of it quite quickly. But they do have a nightshade edition where you can get black wheels. You think paint will help you corner faster?
Help what will?
Black wheels.
Oh, 100%.
That's what I was thinking. Like it'll probably give you a higher top speed as well.
Gives you more grip because you know the black wheels kind of attracts heat.
Yeah, see?
Brings it to the tires.
Yeah, it brings it into softens the rubber. So if you do want to get this car, the Toyota CHR 2020, I recommend you get the Nightshade Edition so you can get the black wheels in order to have that extra grip. I think that was what would put this over like a WRX or something like that. Trunk space is decently good. There's definitely enough room to fit some groceries. And you could definitely fit a body. I don't know if you could fit two bodies, but you could fit one human body, like normal body, and then maybe like one adolescent body.
You could stuff like 5 adolescent bodies in there.
Or 5 adolescent bodies in here. It's just whatever your preference is. So groceries, bodies, you can do both. You could do like 3 bags of groceries and an adolescent child.
I guess it matters if they're dead or alive.
As long as they're not squirming around, you'll be fine. So the back seat is pretty nice. You got that same texture over here. And then the best part about the back seat is the cup holder you have right here. I think that's the best spot for a cup holder, and I think every manufacturer needs to take note that that is the best spot for a cup holder, and stop putting them up here. I think that's bullshit. Stop putting them right here either. That's also bullshit. And then you got this blue fabric on the seats that you might be able to see. That's pretty nice. And then the door handles on the outside are also really nice. Yeah, they look like they're from an RX-7, which I think is a cool touch. The only problem is with having a door handle set up like that is you have a massive, and I mean massive, blind spot. Look at that. Look at this. Show on the side of the door. What the fuck is he doing? That's horrible. So you get this massive blind spot. So that's the only thing I say is bad. If you're going to be a soccer mom and you own this thing, it's not good. So you can definitely fit people back here, because that's what it's built for, you know. And you got spots for, I think that's for a car seat? Yeah, for a child. I don't have kids yet, so I don't really know these things. The Toyota CHR is definitely a cool car. It looks cool, it's nice on the inside, it's well built, it's well designed. But I will say it looks a lot cooler than it actually is. And the biggest downside is probably the fact that it has 144 horsepower. Now, I will retract my statement and say that 144 horsepower is enough to have fun, because it isn't. It is garbage. It is absolute ass, and I will never drive a car under 200 horsepower ever again unless it's a Honda Civic. But thank you for watching. We will have another review next week of something else, and if it is what I'm thinking it's going to be, then it's going to be pretty badass. So hopefully you guys can be there. But thanks for staying to the end, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.